Hey, it's Brian with the Daily News Autos. And this is the 2017 Mercedes E300. Now, Mercedes completely redesigned their E-Class for 2017. And as they put it, this is their bread and butter sedan. It's actually one of the best-selling models they have all over the world. And it's sort of been a benchmark in the mid-size luxury sedan segment for pretty much as long as it's been around. So I'm here to find out, is it still a benchmark for 2017? Let's take a look. Now, for the 2017 redesign of the E-Class, Mercedes has given its styling cues similar to the C-Class and S-Class sedans. And when I say similar, I mean almost exactly the same. Almost indistinguishable from its smaller and larger sedan counterparts in the Mercedes lineup. Otherwise though, there's no denying that this is a handsome sedan. It's got curves in all the right places, the rear end is really tidy, and the front end has a nice aggressive stance without being too angular and angry looking like so many luxury sedans are today. The real star of the E-Class though is the interior. And this thing is absolutely gorgeous. It's got just the right amount of sweeping curves and somewhat absurd luxury features that you still feel like you're piloting something more expensive than it actually is. Especially with these two massive screens right front and center in the dashboard. One for the driver and one for the infotainment display. They're very easily configurable, and this iteration of Mercedes' Command infotainment system is one of the easier ones to use. The seats are magnificent as well. They have these active side bolsters that help keep you straight up and down in the corners, and they've got massage functionality if you choose to opt for that package. But as impressive as the interior is, what Mercedes is selling this car on is the technology, specifically the driver assist technology. The real star is the adaptive cruise control, which can actually help steer and keep you in the lane, as well as maintain distance to the car in front of you. It doesn't work perfectly in practice. In fact, I think other systems like Volvo and Tesla have a bit of a better solution. But for the most part, it works very well to keep you alert while driving and to be an extra set of eyes on the road. Now, when you enter a car with a three-pointed star on the hood, there's a bit of an expectation about the ride and handling, as well as performance. And unfortunately with this generation of E-Class, Mercedes seems to have lost sight of that. Gone is the old naturally aspirated V6, and in its place is a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes 241 horsepower and 273 pound-feet of torque. Now, that's more than enough for a 4-cylinder, but it just doesn't seem like quite enough to befit this big Benz. And while the 9-speed automatic is perfectly happy to do relaxed driving, when pushed a bit, it can actually get a little bit clunky and indecisive about what gear it actually wants to be in. The E300 I drove for the week had the Sport package equipped, which adds 19-inch wheels, lowered suspension with selective damping, and a couple other styling cues. Yes, you opt for the Sport package if you like driving twisty roads. And frankly, this big Benz handles them with ease. But unfortunately, when you get on the highway, you still want the ride to deliver in the way that an E-Class should, and it really doesn't hold up to snuff. And overall, it's not quite as comfortable to ride in as the Volvo S90 or even the Cadillac CT6. So, the E-Class is still a tech whiz after all these years, and it's still just as comfortable to drive. But if you're looking for that real buttoned-down Mercedes quality that the old E-Class had, I'm not quite sure it's still there. Plus, the 4-cylinder leaves something to be desired in the face of the old V6. Although, I guess Mercedes doesn't want to step on the toes of their own S-Class too much. Well, that's all for now. I'm Brian with the Daily News Autos, and we'll see you next time.